Every year, over 3,000 Americans tragically lose their lives to foodborne illnesses, and a staggering 48 million more fall sick. A significant portion of these victims are our cherished elders. The CDC warns us that as we age, our immune systems naturally weaken, making us far more susceptible to these dangers. What's truly alarming is that many of these illnesses can actually start in your refrigerator, the very appliance you trust to keep your food safe. Recent research has uncovered that improper storage of certain foods in the fridge does not just increase your risk of food poisoning. It can strip away vital nutrients and even trigger harmful chemical changes, especially perilous for older adults. And here's the kicker: most people simply don't know. If you've been tossing certain fruits, veggies, or pantry staples into the refrigerator without a second thought, you might unknowingly be putting your health at risk. The first item we'll discuss today is actually more dangerous than you can possibly imagine. When exposed to cold, it not only loses its nutrients, but can also release harmful substances. Please stick with me until the very end, because what you discover today truly has the power to save your life, or at the very least, profoundly protect your health. Are you ready? Let's dive in. But before we get started, if you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe, then tap the bell icon so you won't miss any more of our personalized health advice. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to help me understand how I can make this content even better for you. Let's begin with 3 foods you should never, ever keep in the refrigerator. First up, peanut butter. For many older adults, peanut butter is so much more than just a snack. It's that comforting, familiar taste of childhood, a simple source of healthy fats and protein as we age. But what if this beloved staple, quietly sitting in your fridge, is actually doing more harm than good? You might be shocked to discover that refrigerating peanut butter, especially for seniors, is a mistake with unforeseen consequences. When peanut butter gets cold, it undergoes physical changes that seem innocent enough at first. The natural oils solidify, the texture thickens, and it transforms into a rigid, almost unspreadable block. This minor inconvenience, however, becomes a daily battle for elderly individuals dealing with arthritis, weakened grip strength, or reduced hand mobility. Even the seemingly simple act of preparing a sandwich can turn into an exasperating struggle. What was once effortless now presents an unexpected challenge. Yet texture is merely the surface of the problem. The lower temperatures in your fridge directly impact the heart-healthy fats in peanut butter, particularly the monounsaturated fats, crucial for vascular health and cholesterol balance. Repeatedly exposing these fats to cold and then bringing them back to room temperature can lead to oxidation. And oxidation, my friends, is a serious concern. It means the very peanut butter you rely on to support your heart may now be contributing to inflammation, potentially jeopardizing the very organs you're trying to protect. Then there's the invisible, yet significant, cost. Chilled peanut butter gradually loses crucial elements like vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant vital for preserving brain function and combating oxidative stress in aging cells. This depletion is especially impactful for older adults striving to maintain their memory and cognitive sharpness. Something essential is slowly, imperceptibly being eroded. You might not notice the change immediately. You may not even taste it, but with every cold, difficult spoonful, you're slowly diminishing one of the few simple, nourishing foods that should be aiding rather than hindering your aging body. And if that weren't enough, consider the psychological toll. For seniors, food isn't just fuel. It's a ritual, a source of comfort, autonomy, and consistency. A hard, unyielding spread that no longer offers the soothing experience it should can turn that cherished ritual into a frustrating, unsatisfying chore, eroding quality of life. In this particular instance, your refrigerator isn't preserving, it's robbing. The solution is remarkably simple and effective. Store your peanut butter tightly sealed in a cool, dry pantry, far from heat sources and direct sunlight. It will maintain its delicious creaminess, spreadability, and full nutritional punch. Your hands will thank you, and your heart will too. But if seemingly innocuous peanut butter harbors these unspoken dangers, what about another common household item that's even more deceptive? One that can subtly spoil your food, spread unseen germs, and leave your refrigerator smelling far worse than it should. Let's talk about onions. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please let me know by leaving a comment below. Now, let's move on to our second point. Coming in second on our list, onions. In the heart of any kitchen, onions are the unsung heroes. They tirelessly form the aromatic foundation for countless meals, bringing warmth, comfort, and a sense of connection, especially for seniors who cherish the significance of home-cooked dishes. What many don't realize, however, is that keeping whole onions in the refrigerator doesn't just degrade their flavor and texture, it silently introduces potential health risks. And by the time you notice, it might be too late. When you place whole onions into the chilly, humid environment of your fridge, a subtle yet damaging process begins. Onions, with their natural papery skin, are designed to thrive in dry, well-ventilated spaces. The refrigerator, unfortunately, strips them of this essential balance. As moisture seeps in, their layers begin to break down, turning this once-tough, aromatic vegetable musty, and highly prone to mold. For older adults with compromised immune systems or sensitive digestive tracts, this is far more than just an unpleasant texture. It's a significant health risk. Even when stored in containers, sliced onions can become breeding grounds for mold and bacteria that flourish in moisture, introducing invisible pathogens that an aging body may no longer be equipped to fight. Beyond that, there's a nutritional cost that goes far deeper than a soggy side dish. Onions are rich in quercetin, a powerful anti-inflammatory compound believed to reduce joint pain and protect against heart disease. But the breakdown of their cellular structure in the cold refrigerator environment accelerates the loss of these vital nutrients, particularly quercetin and other essential flavonoids. This means the very food you count on to support your heart or ease arthritis is quietly losing its healing potential. And there's an emotional cost too. When familiar ingredients like onions stop tasting or performing as they should, or worse, leave your fridge smelling stale or unpleasant, the trust you once had in your kitchen begins to erode. In later years, when food serves as both medicine and memory, even these small disruptions can chip away at your tranquility and the good news, you can reclaim control. Store whole onions in a cool, dark, well-ventilated basket or pantry. Resist the urge to give them frigid air. They will repay your respect for their nature with robust flavor and full health benefits. While onions, when properly stored, are incredibly potent, they pale in comparison to our next item. A fruit so common, so seemingly harmless, yet so easily ruined by refrigeration that its own life-giving nutrients vanish right before your eyes. Chances are, you've eaten one today. But did you store it correctly? Let's talk about bananas. Our third item, bananas. There's a deeply comforting quality to bananas. Soft, sweet, and easy to digest. They are often one of the first fruits we enjoy as children, and one of the last we rely on in our senior years. For older adults, bananas are far more than just a convenient snack. They're a source of comfort, vital potassium, and sustaining energy. Yet, with the best of intentions, simply placing a banana in the refrigerator can subtly strip away all the incredible benefits this fruit offers aging bodies. At first, cold storage seems harmless. The peel just darkens, right? But what you're actually witnessing is a reaction to cold damage. As tropical fruits, bananas were never meant to endure the chill of refrigeration. Low temperatures deactivate their ripening enzymes, which means the starches inside can't naturally convert into sugars. The result, a bland, flavorless banana that remains firm, feeling oddly unripe on the inside despite appearing ripe on the surface. This alteration doesn't just make the banana unappealing. It actively deprives it of crucial nutrients like dopamine and catechins, powerful antioxidants that reduce inflammation and protect brain health. These compounds are incredibly important for older adults, fighting oxidative stress, promoting emotional balance, and guarding against cognitive decline. Yet their levels gradually and irrevocably plummet once cooled. This is the true cost you incur. Refrigerating bananas diminishes not only their flavor and texture, but also their profound usefulness. A fruit once vibrant and nurturing to your heart and nervous system becomes a tasteless, mushy ghost of its former self. Even worse, if already ripe bananas are kept in the fridge, they can trap moisture beneath the skin, potentially leading to mold growth, particularly near the stem. A small but significant risk, especially for seniors with vulnerable immune systems. In these later years, when every meal holds more importance, and every decision should support longevity, vigor, and mental clarity, trust extends beyond mere nutrients. Even something as commonplace as a banana can betray that trust if mishandled. The solution is as natural as the fruit itself. Keep bananas at room temperature, ideally in an open fruit bowl with good airflow or hanging from a hook. If they ripen too quickly, peel and freeze them for smoothies or baking. But please, don't let the cold steal their value and your benefits. We've now uncovered how seemingly small food storage errors can subtly compromise your health. But what about the foods that must be kept cold, or they could become unexpectedly deadly? The next few insights could truly save your life. So, let's turn the page. If you're still watching and finding these insights useful, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's move on to point number 4. Now, let's explore 3 foods you must keep cool to avoid serious health repercussions. First up, leftovers and cooked meats. There's something incredibly comforting about a home-cooked meal. The assurance of knowing exactly what's in your food, the warmth on the plate, the familiar aroma. For many seniors, having leftovers is more than just a convenience. It's about savoring the tastes of home, stretching a budget, and maintaining kitchen independence. But if those leftovers, especially cooked meats, aren't promptly and properly refrigerated, that comforting tranquility can rapidly transform into a silent, deadly menace. Most people mistakenly believe that danger disappears once food is cooked. In reality, it can actually intensify. Pathogens like Salmonella, Clostridium perfringens, and Listeria begin to multiply the moment cooked meat starts to cool on the counter. And for seniors, this multiplication occurs against a backdrop of a slower digestive response and a compromised immune system. Unlike younger adults who might recover from foodborne illness after a few days of discomfort, older persons face risks of severe dehydration, hospitalization, and even death. Bacteria can proliferate to hazardous levels at room temperature in as little as 2 hours. What's more, these dangerous bacteria often don't affect your food's color or smell. You won't know they're there until your body suffers the devastating consequences. And once they're inside you, the threat grows even larger. Seniors with food poisoning frequently don't experience the typical abrupt stomach upset. Instead, symptoms can mimic other conditions, appearing as confusion, lightheadedness, or a mild fever. If left untreated, a simple piece of meat left out too long could exacerbate arthritis, trigger systemic inflammation, or place additional dangerous strain on already vulnerable hearts and kidneys in old age. This isn't about instilling fear, it's about fostering vital awareness. Proper refrigeration isn't a matter of preference, it's a matter of absolute safety. A sealed container, a swift transfer to the refrigerator, and careful attention to how long leftovers sit out can mean the difference between a healthy second dinner and an emergency room visit. So, the rule is simple. If you're not eating it right away, cool it down and get it into the fridge quickly. Next, be sure to label it with the date. It's safest to consume most leftovers within 3 to 4 days. After that, even if they seem perfectly fine, the risk becomes far too severe to ignore. Yet, while meats and leftovers absolutely demand refrigeration, other everyday foods can also turn dangerous surprisingly fast. Another common household item, smooth, white, and familiar, deteriorates more quickly than you might imagine. And when it goes bad, the harm to your health can extend far beyond a mere stomachache. Let's talk about dairy. If you're still watching and finding these insights useful, please let me know in the comments below. Now, let's move on to our second point. Second on our list of must-refrigerate foods, dairy products. Dairy carries a timeless quality, a glass of milk with breakfast, crackers with a slice of cheese, a comforting spoonful of yogurt. For many seniors, these simple pleasures, often rooted in habit, nostalgia, or cherished early memories, remain a daily part of life. But beneath their creamy flavor and smooth texture lies a subtle, critical truth. Dairy must be kept cool to prevent dangerous, even fatal, consequences. Milk, cheese, and yogurt are all rich in calcium, proteins, healthy fats, and vitamins like B12 and D, nutrients that are especially vital as we age. However, when dairy isn't maintained at the correct temperature, these very nutrients transform it into an ideal breeding ground for harmful bacteria. This risk is profoundly amplified for older individuals. As we age, our immune systems become less efficient, our stomach acid less potent, and our tolerance for bacterial assault significantly lower. What might cause only minor discomfort in a younger person could lead to severe foodborne illness, hospitalization, or worse. For a senior, even if left out for just a few hours, dairy products begin to undergo chemical changes. Bacteria silently multiply, invisible and sometimes even odorless. Yet, they are present, and they do more than merely spoil the flavor. They can trigger systemic inflammation, exacerbate joint flare-ups, and cause significant digestive irritation. For those already managing conditions like arthritis, heart disease, or irritable bowel syndrome. Contaminated dairy can place an unbearable strain on the body. The cost of failing to keep dairy cool is immense. Your body can experience a cascade of reactions it is no longer equipped to handle well. Persistent fatigue, joint pain that lingers for days, and debilitating dehydration from vomiting or diarrhea. It's not just rotten food. It's stolen energy, robbed peace of mind, and needless suffering, all due to a single, careless oversight. Thankfully, the solution is both effective and entirely realistic. All dairy products should be refrigerated immediately after use. Store them in airtight containers. Keep your refrigerator at or below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and always pay close attention to expiration dates. Never gamble with your gut health, as the setbacks can be prolonged and recovery much slower. But what if we told you that when another incredibly important food isn't kept cool, it can suffer not only spoilage but a significant loss of vital vitamins, minerals, and even cognitive support? This food is essential for many seniors, yet it wilts rapidly and loses its potency if not properly cared for. It's not what you might expect, which is precisely why it's so often mishandled. Let's talk about leafy greens. Finally, let's discuss leafy greens. Despite their delicate appearance, leafy greens are absolute nutritional powerhouses, especially for older adults. Whether it's a crisp salad for lunch, kale for supper, or a handful of spinach in your morning omelet, these humble leaves are bursting with vital nutrients that bolster circulation, sharpen cognition, strengthen bones, and even uplift mood. Yet, despite their incredible strength, leafy greens are among the most fragile items in your kitchen. Fail to keep them cold, and you risk losing almost everything they have to offer. Greens begin to decompose almost instantly after harvest. These vibrant leaves demand low temperatures to maintain their flavor, texture, and nutritional integrity. Unlike sturdy root vegetables or long-lasting pantry staples, they begin to wilt and degrade if left at room temperature for even a few hours. More critically, they start to shed essential compounds like lutein, vitamin K, and folate, nutrients particularly vital for seniors aiming to preserve cardiovascular resilience, cognitive health, and optimal ocular function. What's worse is that this goes far beyond mere nutritional depletion. As the leaves soften and moisture accumulates, whether on your counter or in an improperly sealed container, they become an ideal breeding ground for bacteria. The appearance of spoiled greens can be deceptively mild. A few damp patches or wilted edges might not seem like a significant issue. However, incorrectly stored produce has been linked to major outbreaks of dangerous bacteria like E. coli and Listeria. The true cost of neglecting adequate refrigeration. That soggy salad isn't just unappetizing. It could be a source of bacterial infection that aggravates joint inflammation, causes prolonged digestive irritation, or leads to debilitating weakness and dehydration, all far more harmful to an aging body. It represents a lost opportunity to provide crucial antioxidant protection for your heart, calcium-absorbing vitamin K for your bones, and essential folate for your brain. This silent loss often goes unnoticed until it's too late. The solution, however, lies in care and intention. Store greens in breathable bags or containers, gently wrapped in paper towels to absorb excess moisture, and always keep them in your refrigerator's crisper drawer. The goal isn't just to make them last longer. It's to safeguard the incredible health-giving power they possess. As we conclude this chapter on what should and shouldn't be kept cold, the question becomes even more personal. How much of what we do in the kitchen is based on genuine understanding, and how much is simply habit? Because every single food item we choose to store represents a decision that can either fortify or weaken our aging bodies. Let's delve deeper into the true significance of those seemingly minor choices. Your refrigerator, your well-being. Make it truly your own. As we've seen today, not everything belongs in the refrigerator. Some foods can turn toxic, some can lose their vital nutritional value, and some can become dangerous havens for harmful germs. For seniors, these seemingly minor culinary choices are far more than just habits. They are profound decisions with an immediate impact on your well-being, your vitality, and your overall quality of life. Moving your onions to a dry pantry shelf or keeping a banana on the counter instead of in the fridge might seem like insignificant actions. Yet, in the long run, these small adjustments can powerfully help maintain your immune system, reduce inflammation, safeguard your digestive health, and even improve how your medications function. And as we grow older, isn't that exactly what we all truly desire? To live better, not merely to live longer. As I've navigated my own journey of aging, I've learned that our bodies communicate with us in subtle, yet powerful ways. Those persistent aches, the unexplained exhaustion, the nagging gastrointestinal distress, they're not coincidental. They are signals, and they are frequently connected to our dietary habits and how we store our food. Your refrigerator isn't inherently bad, of course, but improper use can subtly, insidiously, undermine your health. This isn't about fear. It's about empowerment through awareness and reclaiming control over the small things that truly make a monumental difference. You don't need expensive appliances or fanciful diets for a kitchen that promotes your health. The first, most crucial step is understanding which foods thrive in cold environments and which do not. So, from one senior to another, here's my practical advice for this week. Instead of tackling it all at once, reorganize your pantry and refrigerator a little bit each day. Date your leftovers and label them clearly. Take care of yourself. Tape a short, clear list of foods that should never be kept in the refrigerator right onto your fridge door. Make it visible. Simple reminders are incredibly effective. Most importantly, share this knowledge. It's not just for you. Share it with your children, your grandchildren, your neighbors, your friends. A single act of kindness could have a profound impact, saving someone else from unnecessary pain or sickness. We've all made mistakes in the kitchen, let's face it, but your body, your time, and your health are invaluable. It is never too late to break a bad habit, to learn something new, or to simply take better care of yourself. I know I have. Thank you for sharing this time with me. If you found this useful, please share it with a loved one. You never know, it might be exactly what they needed to hear today. Take care of your food, and it will take care of you. Until next time, remember, the purpose of these discussions is to empower you to live your life to the fullest and most authentically. I would truly love to hear from you. Take a moment now to reflect. Then share just one item you've learned that you want to integrate into your own life on this path of embracing these realities. Let's help one another grow. If this video brought you value, please leave a 1 in the comments. If not, feel free to share a 0 so I can better understand your needs. Your feedback is so important to us. And for more videos like these, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a life lived exactly as you see fit.